Inline hockey, I started a very long time ago now. So maybe 20 years ago in England, just playing on the streets, and then I found a local club, started playing for them, and then started playing for Great Britain.
Yeah, I started in my school when I was 7 years old, and I'm playing now. I'm 23, so yeah, it's a lot of time.
Back in 2007, I started in Verona, and then I moved in Asiago, and I started to play the ice hockey in 3 years ago. So I'm playing both inline and ice hockey.
I've started playing when I was 8, I think, with other guys, men and girls, of course, because we are a mixed team.
Women hockey has grown so much in the last 20 years, and the level is extremely good. The youth are so good, and it's just amazing to see.
It's quite good. National team has a good level, but I think we don't have enough young players. If you compare it to Spain, we need to work on it.
In the junior hockey, it's very good for girls to get seen and play with the men, with the boys, but when you get to the higher level, it is difficult because there isn't actually a women's league. So if you're at the same level as men, you can play in the men's league, but if not, you kind of get pushed back, and I guess some people just kind of quit at that stage.
Sometimes it's really difficult to play at hockey and try to do our best and live our normal life with work, study and other 1,000 things to do.
We don't have a really formal women's league in the UK at the moment, so the girls, they play with the guys and they do really well, but it's hard when you hit senior level to continue to play, so we have some difficulties, but there's so many talented young girls coming up through the leagues and through the teams at the moment. It's a really exciting time. We just need to keep them in the sport.
We do not have many programs like in France, so yeah, nationally speaking as well, it should be a more competitive championship, because I think in France there are mainly like Asian teams, we're just the 5, 6 teams in Italy, so that's nothing.
That would be lovely to be able to be equal at a certain level. I'd say from playing men's hockey that respect-wise we are equal. It's more that and team player-wise we're pretty equal when you play mixed hockey, but there is definitely a gap, yeah, between men's hockey and women's hockey, whether it's more pad time, pay, all those sorts of things, more spectators, but it does seem to be getting better, so hopefully onwards and upwards for women's hockey.
In Spain right now is actually pretty equal when it comes to the importance that women and men have in the leagues and the federation, and they're working hard for it to be equal. Still a bit different. I think for the men's there is a bit more resources still. We're getting there slowly.
Girls can practice with men and also can play championships with men, and I think it helps everybody to play at a better level. So I think the situation men-women in France is quite good, at least better than 10 years ago.
The best players in men's, they earn money, and in girls we don't. So I think that's the difference, and maybe if one day they could pay us, maybe we can keep playing when you are in the university, or maybe you don't have to study other things, or because also when you finish the university and you start working, that's the problem, because you have to leave, that you have to quit, and that's not good. So maybe if we have the chance to live playing hockey, we can grow more and more.
It's getting better, but definitely there is a bit of a gap that needs to be addressed. Countries like France, they have it fantastic, because I think the women's chances in the sport and the way that the women's sport is portrayed is brilliant.
With this championship, with this tournament in Ris, there is a sort of small steps. We are getting to a point where I think comparing different teams of different nationality should be encouraged even more in talking about equality as well.
we need to communicate and find more young girls. When they are between 8 years old and 14 years old, it's complicated because they can't play with a women team because they don't have enough girls in their club. So maybe we can do tournament and league with all young girls coming from all over France, and it will give them motivation to continue to play with other girls, and I think we have to focus on that.
That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching.